this vigilance, this sort of a feedback unit actually reported back to Manish Sisodia, who was heading the vigilance department at as in he was the minister, was looking at the vigilance department. So tell us more of what you're hearing from the AAP.
It's a very big development coming in. As of now, Aam Aadmi Party has not reacted on this, but what we are now given to understand is that the Ministry of Home Affairs has now given sanction to prosecuted Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia under the Prevention of Corruption Act, and that sanction has been given to the competent authority. Remember that CBI a couple of days back had sought the request from LG Vinay Saxena, after which he had referred the matter to Minister of Home Affairs, and now what we are learning is that MHA has now given the sanction. LG VK Saxena, in fact, had approved the CBI's request for prosecution sanction and forwarded the same to Minister of Home Affairs. Remember that CBI had sought the sanction to register a FIR against Manish Sisodia, who heads up the Vigilance Department of Delhi government, under which the Aam Aadmi Party had in 2015 created the FBU unit. What we were told is that this unit was an extrajudicial unit. A fund was also sanctioned. No nod was taken from LG's office. In fact, we also broke about as to how an exclusive chest was also created where the funds were kept, and we also accessed the letter which was written by the police officer who was made the joint director there. We were also given to understand is that the person who was looking after the office of Arvind Kejriwal was also made the whole soul of the entire unit, and around 50 lakh were already spent. So there was no record of the kind of amount which was being spent, and there were allegations that this unit was created exclusively to do snooping on the individuals like judges, media personalities, politicians from other political parties. Now what we are learning is that the kind of sanction which was sought by Central Bureau of Investigation, it was forwarded by LG Vinay Saxena to Minister of Home Affairs, and now MHA has also given its nods to prosecute Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia under the Prevention of Corruption Act. We'll have to wait and watch how the Aam Aadmi Party is going to react on this, but certainly it is coming on the day when mayor elections are also taking place. You can expect massive drama there also at the Civic House on this very issue. Nupo.
Right, Piyush, and I wanted to touch upon that a bit. How do you see this essentially playing out in the MCD House? Because this is going to be the fourth attempt of, the House to elect a mayor, and the last few haven't really been anything to write home about. They've been uproarious. We have seen, all manner of things inside the House.
Well, certainly in the last three sittings, mayor elections could not take place because of the war of words. Those have escalated between Aam Aadmi Party and BJP corporators. There were a series of allegations coming in from Aam Aadmi Party that BJP is trying to capture the house illegally by letting the aldermen to vote first and making them take the oath first. But the matter went to Supreme Court. Now, Supreme Court had directed to hold the elections as soon as possible, and today is the day when mayor elections will take place. But this news coming in on the very day when the mayor elections are also to take place is certainly going to give a lot of ruckus, impetus to ruckus here inside the house, because we can see leaders from both the house to come out and exchange words over this very sanction which has now been given by Ministry of Home Affairs. Remember that Aam Aadmi Party has already got a majority there in the house. 134 corporators are there in the kitty of Aam Aadmi Party. BJP has got 104. What BJP is expecting that it might have the members of standing committee in its favor when elections take place, but mayor and deputy mayor posts are likely to go with Aam Aadmi Party. But still, that can only be ascertained only when the elections take place. House is going to sit at 11, but this sanction which has now been given by Ministry of Home Affairs certainly going to raise the temperature there in the inside the house when the house sits for the fourth time. In the last three times we have seen, because the massive ruckus between both the between the corporators of both the parties, elections of mayor could not take place. But very big development coming in on this very day, where Ministry of Home Affairs has also now given a sanction to CBI to prosecute Manish Sisodia under the Prevention of Corruption Act. We can certainly see the kind of war of words that are all set to begin. Last time when the LG Vinay Saxena was sought the sanction, At that time, Manish Sisodia, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal himself had come out and given him clean chit. We have seen top party leaders coming out and giving clean chit to Manish Sisodia. But this time, when the sanction has been given by Ministry of Home Affairs, we can certainly see the kind of problem which is now brewing for Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia.
All right, Piyush, do stay with us. So as Piyush is pointing out, of course, it does appear that this is going to be coming as a setback for the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia. Do remember that this particular case pertains to an extra unit essentially being created within the Vigilance Department of Delhi. It was known as the feedback unit. It reported directly to the Deputy Chief Minister. It had about 3 or 4 people who were reporting to him. Now, opposition parties in Delhi, of course, say that this was political intelligence that was being gathered by the Delhi government or by the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, the CBI, of course, had sought sanction to register an FIR against Sisodia, who heads the Vigilance Department of the Delhi government, under which the AAP government had, of course, in 2015, surreptitiously created the FBO, which is, of course, known as the feedback unit.